Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Ooh boy, chapter 288 of My Hero Academia. You probably already guessed this based off the title, but a certain character may have just returned after being presumably dead. However, the simple fact of the matter is that if you actually did watch or did read the actual chapters, then you already knew that for a fact that Best Jeanist was not dead. I mean, come on. They didn't show his death, and let's be honest, when they showed his body, it was clearly not him. It's hard to tell, but you can tell for sure that it wasn't him. But that's how this chapter begins, just by introducing us back to the fact that Best Jeanist is on his way to help out, and you can actually see that he is going to be using his really powerful quirk to basically save everyone, using metal cords to as using his fiber manipulation quirk to probably bind up Gigantamacha, but honestly, I'll just save you the time. He's not gonna save everyone, at least not the way that many people are probably thinking. Basically, Gigantamacha will still escape with all of the villains, because otherwise, the show couldn't continue, and we wouldn't want that. So, yeah. But anyways, let's look at the actual primary portion of the chapter. The chapter primarily focuses on all of the heroes trying to save as many people as they possibly can. And you can't really see much in these different shots, but you can see to a certain degree some of the different characters that are just around. It is definitely hard to tell, but you can see some of them, and it does look like some of them are pretty important characters and possibly cameos of other series. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that whatever these characters are going to be, it's going to be something that'll be a bit more obvious when we get the anime adaptation, if at all. But this is more of the beginning of an episode, so I'm gonna, when it gets animated, so I'm gonna let things slide for how boring certain things are. But we do get to see a few nice moments as well with the League of Villains, basically finding out, oh, there's Gravity and Suyu, or Froppy, and needless to say, it's an interesting situation there for frickin' Toga, ready to go into the fight. This is gonna be bad. And we do get to see a little bit more and realize that, yeah, losing twice was honestly a really hard moment for everyone. And while Toga may be smiling, you know that she is devastated on the inside. So, yeah. Honestly, she's one of the villains that I honestly don't know if she's actually going to make it out of this alive. The simple fact of the matter is that I don't think that Aravity would necessarily kill Toga, but when it comes to an emergency, she may be forced to. So, unfortunately, it's kind of unclear. We then cut back to these guys, and honestly, this is probably the most exciting moment for us because a lot of us have actually been wanting to see this moment for a while. The simple fact of the matter is that the girls usually don't get that much screen time in the show or in the comics, which is honestly a bit disappointing, but this is actually going to be their moment to shine. Yes, Froppy has gotten her moment already in the anime, but it looks like this is going to be Aravity's moment to basically go toe-to-toe with Toga, and it's probably going to be a pretty big moment, to say the least. Uh, we then get to see an old woman crying out for their help, who is clearly Toga, and she doesn't even try to hide it. It's just that these guys are idiots. And then there's this moment, and I'm gonna just skip it. But the point is that Toga basically draws Aravati in here and starts asking her questions, basically wondering what the heck. And yeah. This is honestly an interesting moment. As we can see, Toga is devastated. She wants to know why Twice isn't worthy of being saved, as far as the heroes are concerned. But she doesn't understand that the reason that heroes are, in some degrees, forced to end a villain's life is because of the fact that these villains are attempting to stop them from saving others. And while they don't necessarily want to kill the villains, sometimes they aren't really given a choice. With Twice, specifically, well, Toga didn't know this, Hawks really wasn't given a choice. Twice was angry and lashed out to a point where Twice had no other choice but to end him, because otherwise he would have destroyed everyone. He would have hurt way too many people to even count. And honestly, I think that even if Toga doesn't realize it, whether or not she gets killed or not, I do think that she is going to realize that in some moment. Basically, Aravati is going to be given a choice. Does she continue to try and arrest Toga, or does she kill her, as there is no other option? Honestly, it's hard to say for sure. Many TV shows about superheroes often bring up the idea of killing is always a last option and you should never do it if you can avoid it. But the fact of the matter is that that lesson hasn't really been brought up in My Hero Academia. Well, it is true that the heroes do try to avoid killing. It doesn't seem as much as it was in other shows. If it was possible to capture someone rather than kill them, then that would be the option that they would go with. But in this situation, there's really not any other options. It's in this exact moment, Toga would rather kill Uraraka than let her win. And in this moment, I think that Uraraka is going to have to realize that and is going to have to make that decision herself to end Toga. And when Toga realizes that, then she's going to either run away, realizing why Twice died, and realizing that she can't have that be the same reason. She doesn't want to die the same way that Twice did, for basically a pointless reason in her mind. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. It is possible that she will die, though, and for her, it will be a happy moment because she'll be able to go with Twice again. But unfortunately, we can't say for sure. Unfortunately, though, this is going to have to be the end for a little while. We don't know what's going to happen next, but we're going to have to wait until November to finally find out what the heck is going to happen between Uraraka and Toga, and what's going to happen with the rest of the heroes. Honestly, I really do think that we are getting close to the ending of this whole arc. I think that this battle, and then this battle is going to probably be a major one, probably giving us one more or two more chapters at the max. Then, after that, I think we will be getting the actual battle between Best Jeanist and Gigantomachia, which I do think that that's going to be an impressive battle that a lot of fans are going to be really excited to see how that turns out. Unfortunately, though, we're going to have to wait and see what is going to happen. So, for now, let's just hold on tight and get ready for November and the next few chapters of My Hero Academia. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this chapter, and also let me know any theories that you might have about My Hero Academia, Miraculous, or anything else I talk about on this channel. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. And if you want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias and ways that you can support us financially, including our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!